Today I'm going to share with you the strategy that I have used in my business to make over $250,000, and it's not what you think. So it's funny because people call us influencers, right? Or content creators, because we might influence people to do something, whether that's start a business or buy a t-shirt. And if you like this t-shirt, it's from Target. But the point is, we influencers, content creators, are also being influenced by other people or things that have happened in our life. And today I'm going to be talking about a very special person to me, and that is my dad. I love my dad. He actually watches every single one of my videos. I post them around like 5 in the morning on Tuesdays. He's up early and he always watches my videos. It gives me a thumbs up. I appreciate you, Dad. So today I really want to talk about the things he taught me growing up and how I've used those lessons to really lead me to the point I am today. Lesson number 1, Cowgirl Up. Yeehaw. This phrase is similar to, getting back up on the horse once you fall off. So really encouraging you to kind of shake it off and get back to whatever it is you were doing. As somebody who has always been interested in building businesses and being an entrepreneur, I have failed a lot. And I've tried so many different ways to build something of myself, start my own business, work for myself. And it wasn't until I was 30 that I finally figured it out. But I started on the journey of trying to work for myself in some capacity when I was in my late teens, early 20s. So it took me 10 plus years to get to the point I am. And the only reason I was able to keep going and push forward is because I cowgirled up. Every time I had a failed experience, I learned from it. I took those lessons and applied it to my next failed experience, and so on and so on. And then eventually, it's like it just clicked and I figured it out. And I'm so grateful for my past self just shaking it off and keep going and taking those lessons I learned and putting them towards my next venture. So if you're feeling defeated and feeling down and just feel like you can't do it anymore, cowgirl up. Okay, next on my list, this one caused me a lot of annoyance when I was younger. I would tell my dad that I'm bored, and he would always respond that being bored means you're a boring person. And I just remember that making me so angry. I'm like, I am not boring. There's just nothing to do. And now as a mom, I get this more than ever. And I am never bored. I literally never get bored. I will always find something to do. If I am tired and kind of over watching TV, but it's bedtime, I go to sleep and I wake up more energized so that I can be productive and do something the next day. If I'm sitting here fiddling my thumbs and the house is a mess, I get up and clean it. If the house is clean and I feel like, what am I going to do with my day? Like maybe I didn't have anything planned. I film a video, I edit a video, or I make plans for my business. So I'm always filling my time with something that's pushing the needle in my life in some way. Lesson number 3 is one that I really wish I would have taken to heart sooner in my life. I am turning 35 this year, and the lesson my dad had always taught me, especially more in my high school time period, was to live within your means. I prefer living in a way where I always have leftover each month and I can put that towards savings. Same with my business. If I have leftover, I can invest in something. Like I recently invested in a new camera, and I was able to do that because within my business, I lived within my means. I would profit. I would send myself money, like a paycheck, keep some in my business savings, and after taxes, I would still have a little buffer, and then I was able to invest in my business. And I try to do the same in my personal life. And again, I wish I would have learned this lesson a lot earlier and really listened to my dad. I feel like if I would have a lot more savings. I wouldn't have had credit card debt. I would have a retirement plan already built up, making me lots of money for my future. And that's not necessarily the case, but I am making up for lost times. But if you're young and you're in the beginning stages of your business or just your life, please really think about living within your means and prioritizing saving and retirement. Your future is coming faster than you think. I can't believe I'm already 35. So, just plan ahead. Lesson number 4. I need a sip of coffee for this one second. So when I was young, my dad would tell me that crying doesn't fix anything. So if there was something going on, I was upset about it, I was crying, and I'm just going to pause. Crying does help mental health. I am a crying type person. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad. I cry when I'm mad. I cry when I'm upset or hurt. So I cry a lot. Let's just be honest. My husband knows, my son knows, like, my dad knows. Like, I cry when I'm feeling heavy emotions, and that's fine because, it doesn't mean that it needs to fix something. It's just releasing that emotion is very helpful and healing for me at least. And so, it may not fix the problem causing me to cry, but it is a nice emotional release. But that wasn't what my dad was implying. He was saying that crying is not going to find the solution. It's not going to fix the problem. I found that I am a fixer. I am a solution finder, a problem solver, and it is because of this lesson my dad taught me when I was younger. I realized, if something's not working, instead of getting upset about it, instead of, take a break and have a cry if you need it, but it's not going to fix it. So, have your moment, take a deep breath, and then make a plan to fix the problem. And this goes in personal life and business. All of these lessons obviously can be for personal, but also your business as well. So I've launched many of products, and I know all the skills to create content. I know all the skills to create an awesome digital product. I understand SEO. I understand marketing. And so when you launch something, you're like, why is this not selling? And instead of being upset, like, oh, I launched this product and it's not selling, like, I'm horrible and I should just quit. No. You should figure out why it's not selling, what's not working, where's the disconnect, and then make the changes, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. My product's selling okay, but I know it could do better. And I think for me in my product, it's just somehow not connecting to my audience just by how it is set up and how it's presented. I feel like there's a disconnect. And so that's what I'm fixing right now. And I have all the confidence in the world with all these changes I'm making. It's going to make a huge difference in my sales. And so instead of crying about it and feeling like, oh, I wasted all this time on this product that nobody wants, I should just give it up. No, instead, I'm going to be making the adjustments necessary, talking to my community, figuring out what it is they really, really need and want from me. And then I'm going to produce that product. And then again, if that doesn't sell as well as I hoped, I will keep making adjustments until it's perfect. For example, and this is something you guys can grab in my description, it's completely free. I have lots of free resources that I've built over time on all different aspects of, building your own business and, working for yourself. And a lot of times I will get these notifications from StanStore, which is what I use for my email marketing and my freebies, that one person would download all of my freebies. And I have like 5 or 6. So I'm thinking to myself, like, how annoying that must be for my community to have to go through and fill out their information and download multiple different things from me. And they're all related to the building your own business or being like a creator of sorts. And so I thought to myself, why don't I just make a hub where I put all of my free resources, and that way you as the community only have one thing to download, and then you can bookmark that page, and every time I have a new free resource, you just automatically get it. But also anybody new coming forward doesn't have to download 10 things. They can just download this one link holding all of my free resources. So I just launched that. I'll have it in the description. So I observed my community. I thought this through from a consumer perspective, and I was like, you know what? I think I can make this better. So instead of being upset and just being like, well, it is what it is, I'm not building my email community as fast as I thought I would. I made it simpler. There's less friction, and now my email list is growing faster than ever. So take the time to let out your emotions, but then take that deep breath and move forward to finding the solution, and I promise you won't regret it. So lesson number 5, this is more of a general parenting style that I received from both of my parents versus like a silly phrase like Cowgirl Up, which also my dad would say buck up. So that's another one to add to your back pocket. So this general lesson is to just focus on what's important. And what I mean by that is really putting your time and energy into things that are really going to make a difference for you and your future. But the idea behind this is they always encouraged me. They always believed in me. They always told me they were proud of me. And they just really put me and my sister first in making sure that they supported us in making the best decisions. And it doesn't mean that we always listen to them. I made a lot of mistakes. I didn't listen to their advice many a times. However, I felt like having that guidance and that support was super helpful. And so I was very fortunate to have parents that were there for me in that way. And, for you and your business right now, like that's kind of what I want to be. And I want you to be for each other. I want this community to be a place where like we all can support each other in that way, provide each other feedback and advice. Doesn't mean you have to take it, but maybe if we have like the knowledge or the background or the experience, that might be something that you can, take with you and be able to apply in your own business. So as much as I really want to communicate with you guys one-on-one, and I want you to get my freebies, I want you to buy my offerings in the future, and be able to communicate with me a little bit on a deeper level, I also want you to do that with each other. And so be more active in the comments, even with each other. Say, hey, this is something I am trying to offer, do you have any advice or feedback for me? And hopefully you guys can help each other. I don't mind you linking your products below or your businesses, because I feel like that's what we're all here for. We're all trying to build something. So let's, provide each other some guidance and feedback. And I was actually thinking, as I am revamping my paid offering, which used to be something like a digital product growth plan, I called it the Work For You bundle. I've had lots of names, and I finally decided its name going forward is going to be called Build Your Own Business Academy. And I really want to build this to be more than just something that you buy and then you download, watch videos, kind of a collection of offerings. Instead of it just being that, I would really like to add a community feature to this as well, whether that be kind of a private chat, or actually StanStore is coming up with their own community feature. So I thought about just like including that into my existing product format. So let me know if that's something you would be interested in, just having this community of people who are all trying to do the same thing so that we can provide each other feedback and really grow together. And yeah, just let me know that in the comments. So next on your list is to watch this video. I think it would be very helpful for you. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Also, thank you, Dad, for teaching me all of these lessons that I've applied in my life, and now I can share with you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.